Good morning, everyone. It is a lovely day for Xenoblade X content, and Xenoblade X content we indeed got, with a 3.5 minute long trailer and even more information available on the official website that will hopefully keep us satisfied for an entire week until we start begging Nintendo for even more content and information about the game leading up in the months until release. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a ton of time to give you a super detailed analysis of every single nook and cranny of this information, as I'm on a break right now and just want to get this reaction up. But hey, you guys have other channels for that. I know you're here for an instant reaction and quick analysis instead, all done fairly quickly, and that is something that I think I am fairly good at. If you want more Xenoblade X content, though, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, as I would really love to hit 100k subscribers soon, and I'll be sure to be covering the game in extensive detail with guide content after release, and if Nintendo likes me enough, maybe I can even make some pre-release content for the game by getting it early, but we'll see about that. So I have only had time to look at this trailer once on mobile, so I haven't been able to see everything super well, and I've only looked at a few things on the website, so this will be kind of just a general reaction to everything, just kind of analyzing things in a bit more detail than I was able to before. So let's just take a look at this trailer together and see what we can find. Now, the beginning of the trailer, from what I remember, wasn't too much different from just the story that we had before, outside of the visuals just looking really beautiful. We hear Elma talking in the background, of course, and, it's just kind of the general setup of the game. The Earth gets destroyed by aliens, and we had to just kind of flee the Earth, the humanity, to find a new place. And we ended up crash landing on Mira in the year 2054. So that's coming up soon. Keep that in mind. 30 years from now, basically. So
was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers. All of them
visuals look really nice. Elma's just talking to Cross right now, who was apparently named Ryan in the American release of the game now, which is really funny. Or at least that's what the name of the trailer is. So this Primoria doesn't look too much different. Still looks beautiful. I really love X's environments and visuals. There's a Millisor.
Don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very
Alright, these mostly look like areas we've seen before. You take no fall damage in this game, so you can definitely jump off like that, which is also really nice. I don't know if they made Field Actions instance, or if he just has level 5 data probe, but that looks a lot faster than it normally is. The map looks about the same from what I can tell. So, yeah, it looks like the map is about the same. Since we don't have the Wii U gamepad this time, you can't see the map on that screen. So, I'm very curious if they just kind of pull up the map after you activate the Frontier Nav segments and just kind of go from there. And then how skip traveling is going to work. It'll be a little bit more annoying to navigate without the Wii U gamepad. I never thought I'd say something like that, but, you know, it was really nice, just quality of life to have that. But the map mostly looks the same from what I can tell at the very least. It's just a cleaner font, cleaner UI and visuals at the very least. Looks like it's a lot easier to just get treasures now as well, and install the probes.
Slowly but surely, we're building a sustainable future for ourselves on this planet.
This game looks really, really pretty. I'm sure it'll look even more pretty on the Switch 2, which will probably be a couple months after this game comes out, if I had to guess. So there actually is some new stuff in this trailer. One of the new things that I know is coming up soon is a new character. You got the skells. Those look nice. Combat. This is a very interesting thing. We'll talk about it a bit more later, but looks like most of the combat doesn't look any different. You can see in the top right that there is now color codings for Overdrive. Now, this is not this does help, but this does not tell you all the information you probably want to know about Overdrive. So I'm not out of a job just yet, thankfully. So that's really nice. But it is nice that this is just kind of there in general, because it does kind of help just give you more information compared to the original game, which just gave you none of this. You had no idea what anything did. You just had to read the manual if you wanted to know anything, and that was just kind of a virtual manual. So it is nice that that's there just in general, so you can kind of look at it and maybe kind of like come to your own conclusions about Overdrive. But, you know, if you still want a proper Overdrive guide, I've got you covered. I'll tell you everything about it, how to use it, and how to extend it infinitely. So, you know, I got you covered there. But yeah, from what I can tell, combat looks mostly the same. You got the secondary, tertiary cooldowns. Skell combat is still skell combat. And this is a new thing. I don't know who this is. Seems like a new character. I'm going to assume this is probably a new, like, side mission. Maybe a new affinity bonding event link. Maybe even a new party member or something like that. No idea. Could be something added to the main story as well. I don't know if they'll actually add anything to the main story, like before, like the new post-game campaign stuff. But that is potentially an option at the very least. So, maybe this will just be added in the middle of the game to kind of flesh things out a little bit more. Maybe it'll just be side content. I have no way of telling at this point, but this character has a really funny face at the very least with this mask on. I'm going to assume it's a mask or something like that. But yeah, new character we've never seen before. So it's exciting that we're going to have at least some new content in this game outside of just the new main story campaign.
That might be a skill you're in the
Although this could still just be new story stuff as well. This is interesting too. We could not fly like this before in the game, so if we have like a jet type thing or a jet mode or something like that, I think that's really cool. So that should be a lot of fun. All right, this is just general story cutscenes that were in the original game. So nothing too exciting here, but you know we gotta. Everything looks pretty. There's Goetia, one of the funniest antagonists ever. Maybe Gajarga will be playable this time around. Who knows? There's another new character, and those skulls you saw, I think, were used in side missions in the original game, just kind of like squad missions and maybe side quests and stuff like that, which is really funny. This character, I believe, was present in concept art for Xenoblade X, but was never put in the final game, so they're probably just reusing some stuff they had in the past that they just didn't really have a place for in the original game. So it's nice that they're able to do that as well. I'm going to assume this is also probably a side plot. It is possible that this ends up being in, like, a main plot as well. Like I said, I don't know if they'll actually do that or not, but they could insert just new content in the main plot as well. But, yeah, pretty cool character design. Looks similar to Celica's ears, so will be interesting to see how that kind of relates. Don't really think there's anything else too notable about her design right now. You got the earrings that kind of look vaguely like crystals, but they're not really close enough to core crystals or anything like that to make any kind of conclusion off that. So I'm gonna assume this is probably just a side character.
A trying battle awaits us.
It is cool if they're able to finally use some of that cut content.
No matter what.
Yeah, every character looks really good in this game, by the way. Just every character design just looks really significantly improved, which is really nice.
You're right to be afraid, little girl.
Just more general story cutscenes from the original game.
No matter what the cost.
Uncontrollable playing in the background. One of Sawano's best songs for sure.
The will to live is stronger than the will to destroy, Luxar. Let's go.
That's probably true. So yeah, and then we got the post-credit scene. This looks like all new content here as well.
People still need me.
Humanity
still needs me.
So, people still need me, humanity still needs me, that guy right there. My guess is that this was the hero related to, well, not related to, but like involved, I guess you could say, with Elma. I don't remember all the lore about that entirely. I think Elma had like a lover or something like that, and I think that's my guess here is that this is who this new guy is next to Lao here. This guy's still alive here. Definitely not a character we have seen before, to my knowledge, so I'm going to assume this is just going to be something exclusive to this game. It's not any kind of previous connection to another game necessarily at this point, but I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of try to throw those connections in a little bit later and maybe near the end of the post-game story or the new campaign or whatever new content that we end up getting. But yeah, hopefully this will give us more like a real story this time around and compared to what we had in the past. That would be nice to have at the very least. We can't see much of him besides his back so far, which is kind of unfortunate.
You're still alive?
This skell looks a lot like Ouroboros designs, but since it's just made by Choco, that kind of makes sense, so I don't really think that necessarily means anything either. It's also just kind of a reused design as well, but it's also a really cool reused design, so that's really nice. And the characters are are talking about how someone's still alive, so that could be Lao, that could be the new character as well. I have no idea at this point in time, but yeah. The new campaign stuff will probably be really, really interesting and cool at the very least, and yeah, hopefully it'll just kind of make this game have a story more worth telling at the very least. And I personally think it'll be cool if they have some connections to the main game, and I've got some theories about that. Maybe I'll make a video about that in the future before the game comes out. But who knows at this point in time.
This skell was always leading
yeah.
the way, guiding us where we're needed.
This looks like a completely new area, by the way, so I guess we'll have a new area to explore in this game, which is really cool. Yeah, this looks like a really sick area. It looks like a kind of like a vertical spread out area, maybe, where you can access areas with the skell flight. So, yeah, I think it'll be fun to have another additional area to explore, especially because exploration is probably one of the best aspects of this game. So that is really, really nice as well. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game, and I think this trailer just kind of solidified me being really excited for this. How many days we got? We got two months and 11 days, basically. So, yeah. Really, really cool. There's also some additional information on the website. I was obviously the first thing I looked at was this Overdrive video here, and I was kind of worried at first because one, it looked like the green art did not extend the timer, which is one of the things I was worried about. But it did actually extend the timer a little bit. The Overdrive count just wasn't really high at the point in time I looked at it, and it was like later than I expected it to. So yeah, right here it does actually extend the timer. It goes from like 10.38, 10.28, and then back up to 10.5. The overdrive count is just low. So you're still able to extend the timer by using green arts. I was a little worried about that when I initially saw something related to that, but you are still able to, which is really nice. Yeah, Overdrive, the combat system looks about the same, so I can probably just make a lot of guides in advance, which is really, well, not in advance, but like I can at least make scripts in advance, because I still want to use the new gameplay footage, obviously, instead of the Xenoblade X Wii U footage. The UI combat in general looks really, really clean and really nice as well. They also seem to give you 25 seconds for Overdrive this time around, at least starting time, unless there's some kind of special augment they have equipped that does that, because it used to be 15 seconds in the Wii U version. I'm going to assume this change was made just to make it easier for especially newer players to try to figure out the system. So having that extra 10 seconds is just really, really nice. It should still be very easy to infinite overdrive with using arts properly as well. Like I said, I'll be sure to have guides about the combat and how to kind of take the most advantage of it, because there's a lot of really cool systems in this game, and overdrive is just one of the most fun things about it as well. So really looking forward to diving back into the combat of this game. There isn't really a ton to say about this clip. It's just, yeah, it's just Xenoblade X combat. It doesn't seem like they really changed it much. So I'm glad it's back to kind of how it is before. I can't read this, but I'm assuming saying you need 3,000 TP to activate it. It doesn't let me translate it either. Oh, it does. Never mind. I'm dumb. Okay. Yeah, overclocking gear, overdrive. Consuming 3,000 TP, you're able to do that. So yeah. We scroll up, there's some other gameplay footage as well. Doesn't look like much is different. This is just talking about soul challenges, soul voices. Which, of course, is, okay, I'm unable to translate that one. Or am I? Okay, I am. So yeah, just the soul challenges thing. There's soul voices as a mechanic in this game. It seems to be unchanged. We can talk about that more in detail when I make guides, of course. Yeah, this is the soul voice thing. If you use the arts in responsive to your peers, you will get to various effects. So you can see Elma there activating a soul voice. If you use a green art after this, you're able to get a bonus effect on the art use. So yeah, most of the combat seems really, really unchanged here, so that's nice. Makes it easier. Like I said, I can just make scripts in advance. That'll make it easier to pump out guides when the game comes out at the very least. Visually, everything still looks really clean. These look like some... This looks like... Okay. I was wondering if that was like a reference outfit, but I'm not entirely sure there. It just might be just showing off the combat there. Now, this says there are 3 main classes, but they're like different. There's like 12 different weapons total, 6 melee weapons, 6 ranged weapons, so nothing you really have to worry about there, and you're able to use any weapon in any class once you like max out the class, so yeah. Not really anything major to worry about. It looks like a lot of the information is just telling you stuff that you should hopefully remember from the original game here. Yeah, this is talking about auras here. Talks about buff arts. Talks about the debuff arts, which are the purple arts, the ranged arts, and the melee arts. So yeah. Orange, yellow, purple, green, and blue. That's usually how I refer to them myself, even. Yeah, a lot of the stuff you played Xenoblade before, and if you play this game before, you already know about everything that is going on here. There are other tabs, though. If we go to the main tab here, we can just see general information about the game. It's not letting me scroll over, so I'm just cutting off some of the words here. But yeah, this is just talking about Blade, the military organization formed by humans on Mira to kind of discover and go around the planet, helping out humanity and just kind of scouting everything out. You got your 8 potential... I forget what they're called. They're the class. They're not classes because that's the combat part. But you got 8 potential jobs, I guess you could say, that you can join at the beginning of the game, and the points that everyone earns online is contributes to everyone's total, which is really cool. This looks like an updated Elmo render. You can see images of basically all the characters here, which is really nice. You got the voice actors as well. So everyone's model just looks drastically improved. everyone's model looks drastically improved. And if you want to hear voices for the Japanese voice actors, if you want to play in Japanese, that's on the website also. All right, here's HB. This is the best character in the game, by the way. This guy's awesome. Got Yelv. I think Yelv might end up being more important in this game based on the lore with him. Mia's also really good. I love Mia a lot. So, yeah. You got all the characters here. This is Lau. He's really important in the game as well. And then you got Vandam. You always have to have a Vandam in these games. So this is the Vandam of this game. Everyone looks really, really nice. Yeah. Nagi's really cool. This guy is fine. He kind of exists. You got the character creator. It looks like this was kind of fleshed out more. They added some additional hairstyles from what I saw. There looks like there's a Mithra hairstyle at the bottom there. So, looks like they may have added a couple additional options to this game. Who knows if they'll add additional voice options to the dubs or anything like that. I don't know, but it'd be cool if they did at least. Yeah, you got the Xenogears X. Let's go. I don't remember if that was in the original game, actually. I feel like I would have remembered it if it was, but maybe I'm just misremembering. That's cool. Yeah, it looks like there might be some additional options in this game, which is really cool. So that's nice. Looks like this is explaining a lot of the alien races here. Oh, only 2 of them. Yeah, you got the Ganglion. This is the main conflict. This is the Rothgar. No, Rothians. Sorry, I'm getting it confused with a different one. But yeah, Rothians here. Looks like the translation quality from Google Translate isn't the best there, of course. Okay. All right, let's look at the other couple of tabs here. I assume that Coming Soon tab might have information about the new content in the game, so we're just not allowed to look at it yet. We got the Exploration, which, of course, looks really, really nice with the updated visuals. We only see the 5 base game areas at this point, so they're not going to show us the new area yet, which is fine, of course. You install a data probe, which is nice. It's not letting me full screen these, which is kind of annoying, but that's all right. All right, yeah. Information collected from data probes. So as you install data probes, you get access to more skip travel points, you get access to more of the map, and also information about how to complete the segments on the map. I really like X's map system. It makes exploration feel really rewarding compared to like most other games that have exploration. Another combat video, it looks like, just kind of showcasing the different types of enemies. So X has really good enemy variety as well, so I'm always a big fan of that. Also, so yeah, we need to search for everything. Yeah, a lot of this stuff looks like information from the previous game that you just should already know about, but I just want to take a look at it anyway. This is about information about skells. Fun fact about skells, they're not as good for combat as ground combat generally. It's not as fun either, in my opinion. So the main benefit to skells is just kind of movement, in my opinion, because ground combat actually is just a lot more fun and just works for everything if you know what you're doing, especially with Overdrive. And don't worry, I'll make guides on that. I'll make some skell guides too, because there are some cool things you can do with skells if you know how to build them. But it just doesn't feel as fun to me personally. But you know, you can do like big damage with skells as well if you know how to build them. So that's nice at the very least. It's also really nice because you can go around the world a lot quicker in skells. You can fly around. I love flying around in giant mechs, so you know, really nice to see kind of the new visuals, upgraded visuals for everything there. Looks like this is just explaining the types of arts that skells can use. Once again, I don't really recommend using skell combat much anyway, but you know, if you're curious, that is on the website for the game as well. That's just explaining the types of skells, which is interesting. I think you got Amdusius. There is I don't remember all the names, but you know, they're there. They're on the website. And yeah, I assume this is Coming Soon tab is gonna give us more information about the new stuff in the game, so I'm looking forward to that. And I think the movie is just what we already saw, except this time it's just the Japanese version. Yeah, the second PV. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything that different. It looks like they just replicated everything perfectly. One thing I did see, I can't remember what clip it was, but one thing I did see is I saw a character at level 62, and I want to see if is that in this trailer or was it in one of the other gameplay videos? It might have been one of the other ones. So yeah, I saw a character at level 62. The maximum in the original game was level 60, so it looks like you're able to go past the original level cap in this game, which is really interesting. Very, very interesting, actually. It might have been in this other video, this compilation video of just all the clips that are on the website. Yes, there's level 62 here. So yeah, it looks like you go past the level cap in this game, and so I'm assuming that's going to be new content-related stuff. So that is very, very interesting. That means there's probably going to be some additional gear related to that as well, and a lot of additional content just related to being able to go past the level cap, so I am looking forward to that. I believe all the clips that were in this video is just a compilation of what's on the website, so I just must have missed this level 62 somewhere, but yeah. I think that probably about covers it, though. I don't really know if I have too much else to say. I'm really looking forward to the new areas. I don't really have any major theories about anything on this trailer just yet, outside of the fact that I'm just excited for it and think it'll be an interesting story for the game. Because, yeah, everything we've seen just doesn't really connect to anything else at this moment in time. But, yeah. I think the new guy is probably just the hero related to Elma at the very least. So that's my one major prediction, but most everyone can probably come to that conclusion at the very least. Game looks great. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Don't want to make this video last too super long. You got other people for really big analysis. Maybe I'll make something similar to that when I have more time to kind of think about this more. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video and all that good stuff. I don't really know what else to say. Have a great day, everyone.